Thank you, Senator O'Sullivan. Senator David Pocock.
Thank you, Acting Deputy President. I rise to speak in support of initiatives aimed at encouraging young people to start new businesses. Entrepreneurship is a trait that should be celebrated at every opportunity. We're facing some really big challenges in our communities, in our society and indeed globally, and encouraging young minds to look for solutions, not only encouraging but supporting them in doing so, ensuring that they have the support necessary to bring these ideas, these dreams into reality. And the ACT does a good job of this. We have the highest rate of new startups per capita in the country. Canberra is on track to become a world-leading innovation hub, a model city where we see a high degree of collaboration between multiple levels of government, some of Australia's best universities and research institutions, and a proud business community that are fostering a forward-thinking entrepreneurial culture. CBRIN, the Canberra Innovation Network, is doing fantastic work supporting a robust variety of early-stage startups here in the ACT. Their return on investment has been independently assessed as 50 to 1. Like many of the local entrepreneurs I've met, I would love to see further investment in their programs from both the territory and federal governments. The ANU, University of Canberra and UNSW Canberra are all working actively in the commercialisation of local research. They are producing impressive spin-offs in areas like high-tech recycling, advanced manufacturing and precision fermentation. Australian Catholic University and Charles Sturt University also have active business incubator programs based out of their interstate campuses. They've also expressed interest in increasing their engagement with Canberra's innovation ecosystem. My consultation with these institutions has indicated in-principle support for the intentions of the Startup Year initiative. Concerns have been raised, however, regarding the design of this program. Every accelerator program I'm aware of in Canberra is currently provided to participants for free. As Senator O'Sullivan pointed out, it's often funded by wealthy philanthropists who believe in young entrepreneurs, who believe in providing entrepreneurs with an opportunity, with the support that they need. But they don't pay because we know, as has been pointed out in this debate, that a small fraction of startups are actually successful. Yet what we have here is a proposal that requires universities to start charging for these courses. So you're going to take free incubators, start charging, and at the end of it, you end up with a HECS debt. And maybe you don't end up with a small business. The intent has to be around actually getting startups off the ground. And I don't understand why we're introducing a debt facility for something that's currently free. I understand that this was an election commitment from the government, and it sounds like a great idea when you first hear it, but I believe the legislation, as it's been written, misses the mark. Its stated objective is to develop a person's skills, capabilities and connections for startup businesses. But will it actually develop any startup businesses? We will likely see a number of startup courses popping up at universities across Australia with no assurances regarding their quality or whether they can actually deliver outcomes that we should be focused on, that we should be seeking here, which is more young people starting businesses. There's also a risk that resources are pulled away from the existing accelerator programs that are already doing a great job for free. Canberra is home to some of the brightest minds in Australia, indeed in the world, and our community wants to see those minds and their ideas funded and supported. Sending students further into debt so that they can be educated about startups rather than actually funding their startups doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I believe there's a strong case to rather see this money given directly to students with innovative ideas to help them turn their great ideas into exciting new businesses. And this is actually consistent with Labor's initial policy announcement. Again, I agree with the intent of this bill. It is good. We do want to drive innovation. We do want more startups. But what we see here is young entrepreneurs, students having to get into a course that then results in a HECS debt, rather than actually encouraging universities, providing the support to provide their students who are entrepreneurial, who want to have startups spin off out of the university, with opportunities that are free, because we know there is huge risk in the startup ecosystem. I think there's also an opportunity to actually support the excellent programs that already exist in this space and have a proven track record of producing new startups, like those run by Sebring here in Canberra. A 50-to-1 return on investment. They work with the universities, they provide expertise, they have founders, successful entrepreneurs volunteering their time, mentoring. They are creating an ecosystem that is conducive to young people seeing their ideas become a reality. I understand that there have been a number of amendments circulated on this. I'll continue to engage with the crossbench in these discussions to ensure that we do support young entrepreneurs. We do support universities who are helping their students make their ideas into startups, into businesses that are helping solve some of the huge challenges we face. Startups that are seeking to pioneer new fields, create new opportunities for us, such as quantum computing. We've got startups here in Canberra looking at the recycling of plastics and other materials that are currently not recyclable. We've got people doing innovation in food. There are a huge number of startups that are worthy of support. I have a real concern with those potential founders going through an accelerated program and having a big chunk of HECS debt which they will one day have to pay off, with no guarantee that that startup will actually be successful. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Stewart.